Here we are. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the season finale of Sunday Night Fights, Season 5. I got special guests with me here tonight. Let me introduce them. On my right, this is Marco Fiore. What's up, Marcus?
Hey guys, finally with a decent microphone. I'm glad to be here. I hope you can hear me well now, and I'm very happy to be here for the finals.
Welcome, Marco, and our special guest who will be giving us a special interview straight from the Relic Studios in Vancouver. It's the game director himself, Mr. Quinn Duffy. How you doing, Quinn?
I'm great. It's great to see you guys again. Very happy to be here for the finals. I'm really excited to watch you play here today.
Yes, we have a wonderful show coming up for you, fight fans. We're going to have a best-of-5 series for the whole schlamoli, all the marbles. The winner will be crowned tonight, the Season 5 champion. The champion of the world, will it be Barton representing Poland or OMG Pop representing Canada? We're going to find out. But first, some pregame festivities. We have a very special interview with our man Quinn over here, who hopefully can scoop some new info about the state of the game and what's coming up for Company of Heroes 2. I'm going to let Marcus run the interview. Marcus, take it away.
Alright, so first of all, thanks Quinn for being here. It's a pleasure to have you on Sunday Night Fights again.
I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, it's actually a little bit nice to be out of the house because I've got a couple of kids who are just coughing all day, and I'm on like eggshells right now.
It's that time of the year. I got snow in Berlin. It's white outside. Everything's covered. And Quinn, this is your third time on SNF. I think that's pretty cool. You were with us for the finals of Sunday Night Fights Season 4 a year ago around. And you were also with us for the beta show when we were the first to stream Company of Heroes 2 on Twitch TV. So welcome back to your third appearance.
Do I get a prize?
No.
No. Do we get prize?
But we've got plenty of prizes for viewers. You're giving prizes. Quinn gets to play Santa Claus. A special shout out to, of course, Jeffrey Noun Simpson and some other guys who put this whole season, helped us put it together. Shout out to Lynx, Bobby Miller, and Simon Watts, Ruined. They put this all together, and they've provided all these great prizes. So we have fan art prizes to announce later, and we also have skins and commanders and 2 copies of Company of Heroes to give away. We're going to give a normal edition, a digital edition to the winner of the fan art prize, and then we're going to give a collector's edition to one of you fans out there. So all you got to do is follow us. But let's get to that later. Marco, let's lead this interview.
Okay, so first of all, we would like to know about the free weekend you did on Company of Heroes 2, the health of the community, that's something you wanted to talk about, and the current state of the game. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are obviously aware we did run that free weekend. It was really an important part of our strategy kind of moving forward, getting the game in front of people and allowing people to experience it and play it. It turns out to be a great tool to allow people to get into a game in some depth. They get to play it for several hours and experience what a game has to offer, and then have an opportunity to buy it at a sale price. And so for us, it's a great way to bring new people into the community. It's a great way to grow the size of the player base, and it was immensely successful. Valve's a great partner when it comes to these kinds of things because they put the game on on the front page of Steam, and you've got 65 million potential people who can view it. And we had a great conversion rate. We had a lot of new people pick up the game, and added a lot of new blood into the community.
I saw you post some numbers on Facebook. You had a kind of a brag sheet of amounts of games. There was some kind of crazy thing like a multiplayer game that lasted 7 hours. But what are some of the numbers? Do you have them in front of you, like the amount of players or hours played, or did we set any online records for number of players?
Yeah, I think we're looking at some peak concurrency stuff over the weekend as well. But the sort of cumulative numbers are really interesting. The stuff that we're looking at, we've had 17 million hours of Company of Heroes played since launch, Company of Heroes 2, and so it equates to almost 2,000 years of playing the game.
Oh,
so,
nuts.
it almost boggles the mind to think about the investment of time and energy and focus into the game that we've created, and I think that's pretty humbling. So I was really excited to see that, and it breaks down in a really interesting way. I mean, single player, something like 3.5 million match time hours played, and multiplayer is about 4 million match time hours played, and then skirmish against the AI and theater of war and stuff sort of fills up the rest. But it was an incredible amount of game playing out there, and to see those things kind of accumulate like that is really, really staggering. So we're excited about that. I think the health of the community is really strong. The daily active user numbers are looking really good. We're way and ahead of where Company of Heroes was at this point in its life cycle.
That's cool.
And actually,
probably a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah. I mean, we're way ahead of our projections, and I think the players have a lot to do with that. They're passionate. They're playing the game a lot. We have a great sort of conversion rate from that free, the free weekend, people experiencing it and then coming into the game. So the long-term health of the community looks really, really positive, and I think that's really excited us as well. We're very, very motivated to continue.
All right, so that's enough for the first question. Now I want to talk about something new that some people already heard about that, those who are playing the beta of Company of Heroes 2, but the general crowd definitely not, and it's about battle servers. What are battle servers? What exactly do they do? How will they impact the game once they get to live? And if and when they will come for Company of Heroes 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm not a technical guy, so as far as I know, they do magic. I'm not sure what happens in there. But essentially, what we're going to be doing is, I guess, routing, the sort of the server commands or the game commands through servers, and what it does is moderates out the lag of slower players in the game. So somebody who's lagging the game doesn't cause the rest of the group to lag. If you have an 8-player game and one person in there is lagging, right now, everybody could potentially lag. And so we want to eliminate that via the battle servers. And it's one piece in the sort of the puzzle of making the game feel really, really responsive and fast. And so it's a very, very big piece, and we're working on that. And we want to go alpha with that as soon as possible. Get it out to the broader community and get tens of thousands of people playing it as opposed to hundreds. We need to really stress test this thing. So we're going to get it out, and we feel the experience for everybody is going to improve. We should see improvements in responsiveness and those kinds of things as that server goes live. And it also gives us the opportunity in the future to add stuff that we can do on the server side as well. So that could be improvements to observer mode and features like that. So it's a big piece for us, and one we're taking very seriously. But we want to get it out into the hands of gamers as soon as we're really comfortable. It's gonna do what we want it to.
Alright, so the reason because I mentioned Company of Heroes 1 is, of course, because there are still a lot of players playing the game, and they definitely feel the frustration right now of a game that is not as they hoped for. So I know you guys are working hard to make Company of Heroes 1 exactly like it was in the past. That's the reason because I talked about battle servers for Company of Heroes 1 too. So are you working on Company of Heroes 1? Is Smoking Gun still working on that? Can you give us some information about when it would be possible to fix the game and put it exactly like it was before?
Yeah, we are, and Smoking Gun is still working on it. The battle servers will be part of that plan for Company of Heroes as well. And our goal is to get it back to where it was. Last year it was a very unfortunate set of circumstances, and we were in the position where we can get it out and allow people to play it, or we can't get it out at all. So I think what we were able to do was hopefully a show of good faith. We do want to keep that game live and supported and going. It's there's no conspiracy theory about trying to drive players into Company Heroes 2 or anything like that. It's these are legitimate issues that we're trying to solve and get that community back to the health that it was famous for. So yeah, we are working on that. The battle server would be part of those that rollout as well, and every feature that we do for Company Heroes 2 we'll have for Company of Heroes and vice versa. So the two will move forward, hopefully with some shared technology in lockstep, and we'll improve all those features as we go.
Okay, we really hope about that, since there are still a lot of players playing Company of Heroes 1, as I said. So you were telling us about battle servers that will reduce the lag because you would be connected with the server first and then with the players. But you also say that battle servers are the place where you might start building features that are usually server side, like observer mode and better replay features. For example, the chance to rewind the replay, go back to a moment to watch it again. So you think that's something we can? You are starting to work on that. Will you start working on that right after the battle server goes live? So can you give us more hints about what are the plans on those things?
Well, I'll go sort of one step back. I mean, the battle servers are part of it, but the other thing that we are doing moving forward is that we have a dedicated live team to support the game and those kinds of features. So part of it is going to be, we're going to look at the priorities that come out of the community and out of issues we're seeing and out of data we're collecting. And those guys will prioritize the way that they need to build those features. So the nice thing is that with a live team working on the game, we're not pulling people off of other projects. So it allows, people, I mean, I'm not a technical guy, but say other people on the team, we're working on some new and exciting stuff, and that allows us to move forward with new and exciting stuff, and we have a live team there to support and build and maintain that infrastructure. So the dates, I don't have anything specific, but that team will work on features just like that.
I have a question.
Okay.
Could you tell us a little bit about how Relic has been expanding and what your game plan is for 2014? I mean, you mentioned teams. You've also been hiring, right?
Yeah. We've got people in the studio that we've never had before, in disciplines that we've never had before. We've got a data analytics team, a business analyst team, whatever you want to call them, to look at our information and our metrics and our player demographics and how parts of the game are received and how they're played. And it gives us a much sort of broader picture of the game and the health of the game as a whole. We sort of went on gut. Years ago when we were doing COH, it was gut, it was feedback. Now we have something that allows us to objectively measure the impacts of things as well. And so there's a whole team built around that, and they're finding some really interesting things. Little data points and outliers, and they'll help us with balance. They'll help us with features. They'll help us with community sentiment, things that we can use objectively and create new content. To sort of help drive the game. So that's really exciting, and I think that's going to be a big part of our process, kind of moving forward into the future. Is people talk of games as a service or whatever you want to call it, but really it's about knowing what your community likes and wants, and how to give them the things they want, how to keep them engaged and coming back to the game. And those are important for you guys, and it's important for us as a business.
Hugely important for us.
Hugely important.
We want the esports slice of the marketing pie to grow and grow and grow. I know that Sega is giving you more autonomy, so we're imploring you to support this event, the future of this event, and other events. We're kind of like the only real gig going. Some other gigs are trying to get started with Company of Heroes, and I hope that more of the budget can be sliced out to get more of these events going, so we can keep the momentum. I'm afraid that once SNF shuts down, there's going to be kind of a vacuum for esports in relation to Company of Heroes 2. So we just implore you to widen our slice.
We've got. I mean, you've had Jeffrey on the program as well. I mean, he's. Yeah. We have internal community, so we've got a direct conduit to you guys, and we also have marketing internally. And we often think of marketing as sort of a slightly dirty word, but the fact is that they expose the game to more people, which means a bigger, healthier community, which means there's more incentive for players to get involved and we have a lot of impetus to get new features out because we've got a big community to support. And so that's all kind of key, and it's all sort of coming together in a way that it never has at Relic. I mean, you guys know I've been here for, going into my 16th year at Relic, and I don't think I've never been as excited about Relic's future as I am right now.
That's cool.
Whoa, that's cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Okay, so there's something else we want to ask you. Of course, you have followed the last month's game development, and you have seen the reaction of the community to DLC commanders. So I won't go around the questions. What's the situation with DLC commanders? What are the future plans for Company Virus 2? Are there new DLC commanders coming? And if yes, between how much time would it pass between each DLC commander released? Since we have seen like 4 DLC commanders every month, and now Relic has stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Until now, yeah.
Until now.
Yeah, I mean the reason we slowed down. I mean, there's a couple of reasons. One, we were taking a look at the sentiment in the community and the forums, online, playing the game, that kind of thing. We're also taking a look at our data and our sort of our metrics around the engagement, rates and things around the commanders. They're very, very positive. I think it's for the majority of players out there, they like having this new content. And the commanders have been pretty well received, but I think what we didn't quite appreciate was our ability to work them into the content stream and make sure that they were functioning at the highest level. So we were a bit late on getting our beta stuff up and running and getting feedback from the beta team, and so we're sort of slowing down the releases of commanders so that we can make sure that they have adequate playthrough, that the balance guys have enough time to get these things, to a point where they're happy with them. And really that takes cycles. It takes a lot of people playing, and we need to do our sort of due diligence on how we release this content so we're not upsetting things.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
balance is very important. We got Peter coming on later, so maybe he can talk more in detail about the ways that recent commanders might be balanced and so forth.
And future commanders. I mean, we look again at how we build the systems and how we build the content and what kind of content people like and what they're interested in, and that way we'll be able to sort of focus our efforts on building stuff that people are going to want to play with and like to play with.
And also recently, the modders kind of got their ability to mod Code 2 kind of yanked. I guess you filled a security hole. Can you give us any updates on when modders will get the games and the ability to mod the game back into their hands?
I don't have an exact date or update, but it's definitely something we want to do. It's we didn't pull it for any other reason except to make sure that the game was going to be fair and available and sort of avoid those things like the piracy loopholes and things. So that will be, we want that out again. I don't know exactly when, but a healthy mod community is important for us, and we see the benefit of putting out the World Builder tool. We had something like 20% of all custom games were played on community-generated maps over the last several weeks. Can't remember how big the data, sort of data pool is.
Our mapping forum has been really active too. I've been surprised. We just created a new sub forum because the main got so big, and people are just cranking out maps. And the one thing about this game that's why I love it and why I stick to it is that you can tell stories with it, and it's really beautiful. I mean, you guys, your art department is amazing. I now sometimes just drop the UI entirely and zoom in on the units, and maybe some of the fight fans get frustrated with me because I can just check out a unit and play with the camera angles. And when modders have the ability to mod, that also gives them the ability to make machinima, and then you get this whole creative machine happening around Company of Heroes, and that's why I love it. Like the fan art contest later, you're gonna see some really hilarious stuff. I think we got the best fans in gaming, and your game is one of the most beautiful games as far as RTS goes. So. The more we can, we give them the power, and they give us just tons of great content. So, Marcus, did you have next question? We got about 10 more minutes with Quinn.
Okay, a couple more questions. First one is about the game optimization. Usually, if we compare, I don't want to make comparisons between other games, but if we take a game like Company Virus 1, during its life, it had various expansions and various patches, and something that didn't that was present in that game was patches to improve the optimization of the game. Why didn't we see a single patch to optimize Company Virus 2? I mean, the engine, the memory usage till now, and will they come at some point? Because there are many people having mid-range computers that are having issues with the game, running the game just fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a complicated issue. I mean, there's a few things that come up around that. You know, we don't have a really big team around the engineering and rendering and those kinds of things, and we're also dealing with a number of external partners, and we got to get, basically everybody has to be in the same room and on the same page to get the kind of optimizations that we want. But we are looking at those kinds of things, and we're finding constant little things. You might find that some AI routine is running too often, or not often enough, or a search is too complicated. And those are things that we track down in bugs, and so there is a constant sort of small cycle of little fixes here and there that are improving, a frame here and frame there to get the performance up. And I think personally that's one of the things I was a little bit ultimately disappointed in was the kind of the promises that we had sort of seen in the Essence engine didn't all quite pay out. And I can be frank about that, because as a player, I've seen some of the same things. So we're going to see, I think, some improvements in the general feel as well when we get things like the battle server online, and again, it's a challenging game with a very, very big simulation, and it's a tough nut to crack sometimes. But we've got great guys, we've got great partners, and we'll see an evolution of this, over the next little while.
All right. Still, I would like to point out that the Essence engine is it's a very good engine overall. I've never seen snow, ice, or mud in any other game till Company Virus 2.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely...
Yeah, when you're trying new things, you run into new issues and new problems, and that comes to, as a game designer, as we look at our engineering staff, they had immense problems to solve, and they did an incredible job with with the snow tech stuff, the kind of thing where they delivered papers on it at graphic
I saw some
conferences.
of
and stuff.
those were really interesting.
Yeah,
the technical papers about rendering snow on roofs and the way that it gets trampled. That's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I had no idea the depth of the effort involved there. So, I mean, just when I saw that paper too, I knew there was crazy stuff going on. When I saw that paper, crap, these guys they're smart.
And it's some serious physics. Yeah, it's really intense.
One last question is, of course, about future contents. Is there any expansion coming for Company Virus 2? Can you tell us something about that?
I've mentioned on a number of occasions that we just have to look to our history to know what our future entails. And Company of Heroes had expansion packs. Company of Heroes 2 will have expansion packs. I'm sure we'll be talking about those in the near future. There's some exciting stuff afoot and some really innovative new features and gameplay coming, and I think you guys will be really, really happy. So. I'm personally, as I mentioned, I'm really excited about what we're doing and why we're doing it, which is an important part of it. Now we know a lot more about our business and about the game and about you guys.
World War II is a pretty never-ending story, isn't it? There are always tales to tell, aren't there? I mean, the theaters of war, Company of Heroes has only scratched a mere few of them, and there are so many more, and just campaigns. I find it interesting that the content that you're releasing, the single-player content and co-op content, kind of is going 1941, 1942. Where are we at 1942 now? Like, can we expect 43 next, or can you give us kind of a picture
43.
of we're at 43
Mm-hmm.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sort of early 43 right now. With the there was some Stalingrad stuff, so that takes us into it's January 43. So yeah, early 43. There is, like you mentioned, there millions and millions of stories to tell. Calm down there, Marco. So
You all right, Marco?
Really,
Yeah, I'm fine.
But my point is, we haven't gotten to Kursk or the push into Germany, really. I mean, it's in the campaign, but I hope that those stories are fleshed out. Like,
I've taken a special sort of attention on Kursk because I know for the kind of thing we want to do with Kursk, I don't know if I don't know if we can do it. I think that's the challenge, is to get, like, you know, that's a goal to set for ourselves.
What do you guys think in chat? You think they can do it? Can Relic do it? Can Relic provide us with a story that captures the epicness of the tank battles that happened across the plains around Kursk? What do you think, guys? You guys into that? There's a King Tiger that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah? Where is the King Tiger?
Where's the King Tiger, Quinn, huh? Let me check your back pocket. What do you got in your pockets?
I haven't seen here.
You got a King Tiger somewhere in there.
There's some stuff up my sleeve.
I bet there is.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've mentioned before. I was in the UK last year. I went to the Bovington Tank Museum, and I took a lot of pictures of a lot of tanks when I was there for sort of reference.
They've got everything.
Everything. So,
if you guys are ever in the south of London or south of England, make the Bovington Tank Museum a day on your trip. Like, chart a day out. Did you get to see a tank actually driven around? They do a demo, don't they?
They do. No, we missed it the last couple of times I've been there, which is unfortunate. I think I missed the last sort of Tiger days, or whatever they call it, by about a week.
Yeah, their Tiger 1 is fully operational. They actually take it for a spin occasionally. That would be amazing to see. I saw them driving like a T98 or something, and it really plowed around the field. They also drove an M5, and they would load people up in it. That was pretty amazing. You know, because the M5's got huge tank treads, and you don't realize, when you see it in the game, you're thinking it's a medium vehicle. That thing is a monstrous beast. It makes so much noise, and those tank treads like chew up the earth like you wouldn't believe. And they actually, took like a dozen people in the back of it for a ride. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, we don't have a really good sense of how big and scary these things are. Like
you guys should go see it.
We went to an event in Chilliwack, which is just outside of Vancouver. The Canadian Military Museum had sort of put on for us, the Military Education Center, and they had a Sherman. They drive it out of its sort of tent and across the road and up onto this little grass sort of median in the middle of the school there, and it just flattens the grass with this perfect imprint of a track. Just the weight and the mass. And, you knock on the side, and there's just there's no tinniness to it. It's 2 inches of metal just feels amazingly inert. So it was really cool. We got to drive around in a half track, and that was bouncy. The door opened on me. I thought it was going to fly out the back. It was pretty cool.
Well, hey, you take care of yourself, Quinn. We need you as the leading the way for Company of Heroes 2. I think we're running a bit out of time. Marcus, did you have any other essential questions you wanted to shoot at Quinn, or we cover most of the talking points?
No. It's fine.
And Quinn, would you like to give any shout-outs or any messages to fans that you may have watching? I noticed that where are your tweets? Follow Quinn. See that right there? You can follow Quinn Duffy. We got to get him tweeting more. And don't worry about all the Russians that tweet at you. Just ignore all that. And we got to get you more active. We love hearing your little snippets from the inside.
Well, I'll certainly try. Yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited to see the finals. I don't want to play favorites, but
Canada.
We have a Canadian in the finals. So I'm gonna put my money on OMG Pop. I'm sure Martin Pell's a very nice young man, but I really want to see him destroyed, just for Canadian pride.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the games. All right, good stuff. All right, Quinn, thank you very much. It's always an honor to have you on the show. This is the first time with video. That's pretty cool. You've got 3 SNF shows under your belt now. Hopefully they'll just keep going. We'll just keep rolling them. SNF 6. Ready? 2014. You guys up for it? Maybe Quinn, we got a plan. We got to do a whole expanded esports season for Code 2, man. We love this stuff. We need more of it. More.
Let's talk.
All right, let's talk. My people talk to your people. All right. Maybe we'll get to share another cigar together at a community event. You got to come to Berlin. If you do come to Berlin, you got to look me up because it would be fun. There's that picture of you on the news post in front of the Berliner Dome. That's just down the street from me. I could have met you there if you weren't like on a secret research mission that you couldn't tell anybody about. So yeah, next time look me up.
Berlin's one of my favorite cities. I absolutely love it there. So it'd be great to go back sometime.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much, Quinn. We're going to let you go. We're going to get Peter on with us, and then we're going to introduce game number 1. So stick with us. We're going to take a really quick break. We're going to get Peter on, and then we'll go right into game 1. Thanks very much. Quinn, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Quinn.
Okay, thank you. See ya.
All right, take it easy.